This episode of the Lured Up podcast is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by the community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where we offer a range of support tiers and various benefits, and all patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And we currently have a goal of hitting $500 in patron support, and you can help us out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. With tiers as low as $1 a month, you could support a collective of hardworking part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon, the community, and podcasting here at the Pokemon Professor Network. Let's get into it. What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 329 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, and this episode is streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, X, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Adam, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. What's up?
Hey, Ken. Hey, trainers.
What's happening, man?
Arr.
Yarg.
It's a pirate's life for me.
It's a pirate's life? Do we have pirate Pokemon? We don't really have a pirate Pokemon, do we?
We have Squawkabilly.
We have, new school.
That's hot.
Yeah, I mean, could Brawler almost be a little piratey?
Oriacorios?
Or
Brawler?
I don't know. But we are streaming this live. Shout to everyone who's here early in the chat. Maddie, yeah, bam, okay. Maddie G, Leo's in the chat. Thank you. Chatot, he's saying, Chatot. Chatot's the pirate kind of thing going on. But what's going on, man? How are you? How's your week? How are you? What's up?
Doing good. Doing a lot of max battles.
Still on that.
Some might say my Monday was maxed out.
Some may say I also took a trip specifically for that.
Still fighting the good fight to get Candy XL for my Cinderace. It is such a struggle, Ken. It is such a struggle.
Just because you don't have rare Candy XL. Like, dump rare Candy XL.
I do every single one I get.
That's crazy.
But it needs my Cinderace needs like 22 to level up, just in general. And I think I need like 100 and some change to get it fully powered up, which is ideally what I want. I want it to be maxed out, but I also want it to be maxed out with its Dynamax stuff. That costs time.
The struggle.
And that costs more XLs that I don't have.
Remember we had someone in the chat last week saying like they wish there was a separate currency for doing battles and powering up because you kind of had to always make that decision, and it kind of I like that. I think it adds like an extra layer of resource management. I'm kind of into that whole thing. But Amphros Michael in the chat,
it's
what's up? Welcome.
Because someone like myself is after, a strong Drilbur, and I wouldn't like to say that I settle. So I'm struggling. I've done so many,
dude,
and I still don't have the closest one I have is a 780, and that doesn't feel good enough for me.
Dude, all my Drilbur are absolute doo-doo. I've done a bunch, not even a bunch. I don't want to front. Like I've done a good amount, nothing crazy, but I'm not investing in one until the last minute, until Saturday morning. Going into Wild Area, I'm not investing at all. I'm just gonna ride it out and see what I could get until then. But I've had horrible luck. I've had absolutely horrible luck.
But that's the thing. If you don't settle on one that you're gonna take in by Wild Area on this weekend, you're gonna be out of luck because you can't power it up that much. You'll only have so much max particles.
Yeah,
and you either dump in the money.
No, I am. I'm gonna
deal those, or you take the time and you literally have to do that. Honestly, you have to start today.
No, I'm buying
Thursday,
in.
Friday, Saturday.
I'm buying in, dude. I'm spending.
You can't even max. You can't use those particles for anything else other than leveling up at least the first tier. At least.
I'm spending. I'm spending, man. It is what it
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
I just I'm throwing caution to the wind. It's like I haven't bought remote passes in a week and a half.
Okay,
I haven't
there's
bought lucky
62.
eggs.
There's 62 in my inventory, and I know that I've traded a couple with Ashton.
62,
He was
dude.
able
You
to
did
do a
more than
couple.
me. You definitely did more than me. Hold on a minute. Hold everything.
Just a couple. Just a couple.
Hold everything. You
And
definitely
I will
done
say
more
that
than
I've
me.
transferred a few.
Dude, I've done 31, bro. 31. Pokedaxi
double
did
what you've
100 max battles in 24 hours. That's it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. That's like a little over $100,
That is-
you know, because they're dollar. No, that's way more than that. No, way less than that. It's probably like $60, something like that. It's not that
you get
bad.
2 out of 1 because that's 5, right? 250.
150
6, 7.
Pokecoins, $1.50 for. Math is
I don't
hard.
know, I swear that like I did the 1 max particle, and it's supposed to get 800. My game froze during one of the battles, and I was like, I'm already walking away from it. Like I had to get back to work, so I was like, great, it froze, and I don't think I got my max particles back.
It's not
which is
that bad.
weird
It's not
because
that bad.
I don't think I don't think it actually happened, but it feels like it happened because my max particles went from 8, and then I battled 1 Drilbur, and then I was in the second one, and then my max particles were at 310. So like that doesn't make sense, and I'm pretty sure I lost 250, but
Womp womp.
womp womp.
All right, well, we got plenty to talk about. We're going to recap the last week of gameplay, including Simply
that was it.
Groundbreaking.
That's the show.
That's it. Thank you. Good
It
night.
was all about Drilbur. It was all about max battles.
We have Into the Wild. The Wild Area Global event is this weekend. So, you know, if the feedback from Japan is any indication, this is going to be an incredible event. I watched all of JT Valor's content from the event. Absolutely nuts. I've been following a couple of gaming. Absolutely nuts. Like, everything just looks absolutely incredible in Japan. I'm sure that's going to be transferring over to global. Plus, we got the primals. We have a lot more stuff going on, which is going to be fantastic. I'm so hyped. Niantic is kind of helping, depending on the way you look at it, helping prep for the event by increasing item and Pokemon storage. There's also a Black Friday Pokecoin sale. We'll talk about that. A very stealthy quality of life update has been added to the game that allows you to join a friend's raid without an invite directly from your friends list. And you could also invite trainers from your friends list to those raids that you join as if you were on the ground. So very, very cool. Didn't see this one coming. Some trainers like it. Some trainers hate it. We're going to talk about it and what this means for the future of remote raiding and IRL raiding and how this can kind of fit into the dynamic of Niantic's vision. We'll get there. And then as Max Out comes to a close, we have the finale event, which is happening next week post Global Wild Area. And it will probably seal the deal of the Max Out season being one of the best Pokemon Go seasons to date. It's just, I love this season. The pacing was absolutely bonkers. And the events, the new mechanics, everything was just great about Max Out. I really liked it, so we'll talk about that. And then we're going to close things out kind of with this conversation about Niantic's direction for the game and how this new quality of life thing kind of fits into that, because it promotes remote raiding, which some people are like, great, this is a huge plus for rural trainers. They don't necessarily need the invite.
Raiding?
But some people are like, whoa, this is taking away from Niantic's vision. They're contradicting themselves. There's plenty to talk about. There's plenty to unpack. It's really cool. Good morning, Jodo in the chat. Subscribed with Amazon Prime.
Lane?
Thank you so much, Lane, for
What?
8 months in a row. Thank you.
8 months.
If you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you get one free Twitch subscription every month, and we'd love if you spent it on us. That would be awesome. But if not, you could like, follow, comment, share, all that good stuff. We would appreciate it. So let's dig into
in the
it.
comments.
Yeah. Get down and dirty up
Or
in
the chat. Sorry, the chat
In the chat, yes. Party
Yeah, I don't
Crasher
know how,
feature,
like,
Dead
Facebook
Superhero says.
works, and Twitter if you're watching us live or listening to us live, if that translates or not. I don't know.
All right, Simply Groundbreaking. We were talking about this last week, how the event title makes it seem like a big deal. And it really wasn't that big of a deal, but it was Drilbur, right? So this week has all been about Dynamax Drilbur. Adam, you've been crushing
Yes.
it with the Drilburs.
Can I just say, I do appreciate that they were willing to kind of just like shove Drilbur down your throat. But at the same token, it feels like so much. It feels like so much. Like
so much meaning too many max battles?
Yeah. No. Like too many. It was like Drilbur was in the wild, but it was excessive. Drilbur was in max battles, and it was everywhere. Which, okay, that's what I wanted. I was after it. But then it was like, here's these tasks for more candy and more candy. And it was just so much candy. And like,
not Candy XL.
But the things you need were the Candy XL. So you had to do the max battles to get the Candy XL.
Or trade. Or trade. All you had to do was trade. That's the key.
Yes. I have not had a sit down session with Raber to take care of this. I'm freaking out.
No, Matty G knows what's up because we have our group chat, right? We have our spot our showcase alert chat where, right before a showcase ends, everyone's like snipe. So in that chat we were like, hey, let's keep track of our Candy XL because Niantic kind of pulled the rug out underneath us from Candy XL being included in field research, and everyone was kind of like, yo, this ain't cool. But it turned out between the Pokemon that were in the wild and the high volume of GMAX battles people were doing with the guaranteed XL from trades, it was fine. It just like it still all balanced out. I think there would have been a little bit of a broken economy if they did give XL Drilbur candy in field research. I mean, for the trainer, it's great, right? Who cares, right? Let it be excessive. But I understand why they dialed it back because of the guaranteed for trades. People would have ended up with 1,500 Candy XL on Drilbur, if they were really going for it. And, that's more Candy XL than I probably have on any other Pokemon. So that did make sense that they dialed it back a little bit. But
that's true. That is true.
Yeah. But the event was I don't know, was kind of a very status quo event outside of GMAX Drilbur, but there was wild encounters.
Many shinies.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like in the wild?
Magnemite, Lickitung, Noibat, Kricketune, Drilbur, Grimer,
wow.
Fairy, Lickitung. I want to say Voltorb. No, that was the one before that. But it was definitely, I got 2 Lickitung off that. I was like 9 shinies. Like, this is wild.
I guess I just go plus the Machop because I'm looking at my inventory right now and I got a shiny Machop. I did get my first Solosis, which was pretty cool. Chansey, Magnemite, Vullaby I got, but nothing really from this event particularly. So it's been, it is what it is. But what else do we have going on?
And the Noibat and Drilbur are what I got, but
yeah. So this event was really all about the Dynamax Drilbur, and
I hatched a 100% Cleffa.
Okay, that's a nice little bonus.
I was like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. No, that's nice. But this event already wrapped up. It wrapped up on the 17th, and we're into the wild event, which is worth breaking down some of the stuff in here because we had another Niantic kind of what'd you get? What else do you have in there? You have something special?
I just saw that I caught a 100% Durant. It's not at my house now, but
it's lit up like from the last 24 hours.
Well, like I was catching stuff when I was eating dinner before the podcast, so it must have been from that.
Nice.
That's wild.
But into the wild, let's break this down a little bit. It's the 18th to the 22nd, so still 2 more days on this from the time of the recording. We had, from 10Ks, we had Toxel. Still don't have one. Because I was on the single incubator grind, I went into this event fully stocked on 10Ks. So it's been a slow go for me to get through these.
Same.
I did get the 2 tickets. We talked about this last week. Purchasing them from the web store gave you the free raid passes, 2 additional raid passes, and we're going to get there in a second, but we do need to talk about this. But I did get the extra incubators from there, so I'm kind of working through, but still no Toxel for me. Toxel for you yet? Did you get it yet, or still Okay. So not for
No,
me. I
think I
saw.
have one 10K that has it.
Okay. The
But I
10Ks are
haven't
definitely
tested.
increased. There's definitely an increase in 10Ks, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be an increase in Toxel. But there was the two $5 tickets, Into the Wild Raids, Into the Wild Hatch. So here's where things get a little funky, and we're going to talk about this straight away. So one of the major selling points of the Raid ticket was the 20 Pokeballs. No, I'm just kidding. It was the fact that you could get 2 additional free Raid passes a day for the length of the event. So if you think about the value of it, the value add, you're saying, okay, this is the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 6 days or whatever, 12 additional raids. That sounds awesome. That's a great value for $5. It's like more than half price. So if you look here, the language now has been changed. It's been updated to say up to 2 free raid passes per day by spinning photo discs at gyms. Very different from 2 additional raid passes per day, right? Pretty clear, right? You don't need to be an expert. Up to 2. Now, when you hear up to 2, what do you think? What does that make you think? You get 2, but you got to do them one at a time, right?
They want to give us 1 or 2.
They could do that, but it still seems like you're getting
2. Like you're gonna get up to 2. Like that's such a bad wording.
But wait,
that's
but
such a bad wording.
So when you hear 2 additional raid passes a day, it kind of makes it concrete, right? It's pretty clear.
That sounds like I get my free 1 a day, and then I get my 2 additionals.
Okay. So the language changed to say up to 2. And I'm going to pull up a Niantic support tweet. So we have someone here that wrote in saying like, hey, I didn't get my second free raid pass. What's going on? Niantic support replies saying, we'll clarify, Erwin. Please note that up to 2 free raid passes each day includes the daily free one. That makes a total of 2 passes. Let us know if you have any questions.
The question is, can I get a refund? that would be my immediate response.
Dude.
That would be my immediate response.
So they've never done this. Whenever they've said this in any other tickets, right? Even like on raid days where they're like, earn up to 8 additional raid passes, per day by spinning photo discs. They're not saying earn 7 because we're accounting for the 1. They're saying get 8 additional. So this is a real feel-bad moment because at the time, November 19th at 2:18 a.m., when this Niantic support tweet goes out, the language that was in the blog and the infographic still said 2 additional. It didn't say up to 2. Now, if we go back to the blog, it says up to 2. They updated the language here. They updated the text to say up to 2.
And that feels bad.
Okay. I want you to feel worse, Adam.
That's like, okay, that's just like saying like, wild encounters, Ivysaur, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Alolan Graveler, Magnemite, and then them just like casually being like, we're going to take Ivysaur out of the pool. We never said Ivysaur was in there.
Get this.
Because they have the ability to just take it out.
We have raid hours every day this week, right? We had, we've got Nihilego, we've got Tapu Koko, we've got all this stuff going on. They're promoting community ambassador campfire activations. They want you to check in, earn your medal. When you check in on these raid hours, you get 2 free raid passes as part of your check-in bonus. So let's say you bought the ticket. You went to a community ambassador check-in, you checked in, and you get your 2 free raid passes. It negated the ticket's free raid pass.
That feels even worse.
It feels horrible. So not only are you getting 1 less than you thought when you purchased the ticket because it said 2 additional, now you're getting even less because you're doing what they want you to do by going to a community ambassador check-in. So look, people say all the time that we're not critical of Niantic, or at least me, not critical of Niantic, or always get their back, or never say that they screw up or anything. This was botched. This was bad. Like, I don't know what happened here with this language, but it almost feels like they should do some kind of make good on this for people that bought the ticket. Drop an extra pass, drop some passes or something like that, because this just is not right. I don't like them
Even
changing.
how many days does this last?
It was 6 days.
You know what I mean?
It's the 17th through the 22nd.
Just drop 6 passes.
But
just, I understand it's not too
18th to 22nd. So, but if you're going to change the language in the blog, it should be accompanied by a Niantic support tweet saying, "Hey trainers, sorry for the confusion. We've clarified the language, blah blah blah."
Yep.
They didn't do that. They just kind of like slid this in. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
It went under the rug there.
Yeah, so not cool. So let us know your feedback if you did buy the Raids ticket. And again, we're not talking about a $1 ticket. We're not talking about a $2 ticket. This is a $5 ticket. So outside of event tickets, this is.
I mean, it's no Galarian Mr. Mime, but it still is a $5 ticket.
It's still $5. It's still $5. So this is kind of, you watch them be like, "Sorry, trainers, we're going to give you 40 Pokeballs instead of 20 to make good." I don't know. It's not good. I don't like the up to 2. Like, they should have clarified. They should have, if they're going to do that, put an asterisk next to the 2 and at the bottom of the page say the up to 2 includes your free daily pass. Like, just, I don't know, man. They're getting dragged on social. And unfortunately, this is the situation where it's like, all right, man, you made the bed, you gotta sleep in this one. So they're taking.
It's kind of like if you post something online, you can't. It's there. It lives there.
We bought this.
Somebody screenshots it immediately.
Yeah,
for no reason. Like, I'm reading Niantic thing. Screenshot.
But we bought this thinking we were getting 2 extra a day. That's a huge
I didn't
value.
buy it. Don't get mad at me. I didn't buy it.
I did. I'm the sucker.
I wasn't gonna buy it.
But there was also the hatch thing, and it gave you.
I wasn't gonna buy that either.
Increased chance of hatching Toxel from 10Ks. I don't even know because I'm still grinding through my old ass 10Ks.
I didn't need an extra increased chance. I'm still hunting for a shiny Larvesta, so if I got that, I'm okay.
A lot of middle evolutions in the wild. Seeing a Lowland Graveler was kind of cool. Magneton in there was neat. A lot of Haunter.
Many Golem.
Yep,
more
Golem.
Than I know.
Luxio, very cool.
That was a cool guy.
Spawn, so that was really cool. Whirlipede,
what else?
Stuff that you don't typically see. Emolgas were good. That's a chase for me. I need that shiny. Dedenne, Grubbin, Togedemaru. So some good shiny chases in here. The raids, kind of funky. Weeping Bell, Haunter, Flaffy, Charjabug. I did do a couple Charjabug because it reminds me of Volkswagen. I'm a Volkswagen guy, but not shiny, so it is what it is. Nihiligo, Tapu Koko. So far this week in raid hours, and then tomorrow we have Origin Dialga, Friday Origin Palkia. So these are going to be some popular raid hours. Max battles, Drilbur still around. So I totally played myself on Friday night. The Simply Groundbreaking ends, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm busy all day. I'm going out and I'm doing Drilburs at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'm taking a road trip. The event ended. All the Drilburs went away. No, it was before 9. It was like 8 o'clock. All the Drilburs had gone away because the event ended. I'm like, yo, where are all the Drilbur? And then I realized the event had ended and I'd have to wait till next Monday. So I ended up just doing a gym sweep, which was still fun. So I still played.
I did a decent amount of them, and then I also fell into that same situation. But luckily, there was 2 on my way home that were score bunnies, so I got those.
Dude, I haven't done anything but Drilbur since Drilbur's release. And even before that, I used everything to power up my GMAXs, power up my Metagross. So, like, I have fully maxed out GMAXs, fully maxed out Metagross now. But again, haven't touched the Drilburs yet. But Max Monday, I did go to Red Bank to do this, and it was one of those things where I didn't check Campfire before going into Red Bank, and it just happened to be a power spot rotation where Red Bank was kind of on the lighter side of power spots. So I get there at 6 o'clock for Max Monday, 620, 625. I'm done. I'm done with the downtown. I had to get back in the car and drive to another locale to kind of like piecemeal together the rest of the hour, which I did. But it's not like, well, you had even said like you were starting to see the Drilburs like rotate and refresh and stuff like that. That was kind of cool. I had Drilburs showing up before Max Monday, so that was kind of cool. So I was able to do some like at 5:50. I got in the red bank, and then 6 o'clock they refreshed. So that was neat. But yeah, they've all been absolute trash. I just have not gotten a good one. Let me pull up my best Drilburs here.
My process on it right now is I evolved the two highest CP that I had, which was 780 and 778.
Yo, 773 is my best. It's horrible.
Oh, that's rough.
Absolute
because I just want to at least have them just to say I have them, but I do have the 100% Metagross, so I am also working on that.
Yep, and I haven't done any trades, and I'm at 405 XL. What's your XL for Drilbur at?
Let me see after today.
So at least I know I can spend the XL to power up the moves, and I don't have to worry about
435 XLs.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think Matty G in the chat said he was like 7, 8, 900 XL, something crazy. He was doing because he did the trades. I haven't even done any trades yet, so I gotta get up on that. I don't know. I wish my son and my girlfriend, I wish they like did a little grinding with me because then I could trade with them, but nope.
Yeah,
no
luckily
trades
Ash was able to trade a few, but
yeah. But
it's tough when neither of us are lucky. I think we traded I traded him Skwovet, and he got two that are like, one was like 536 and then 532, but they were close. It was like a 98%. I was like, oh, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of this whole thing with the raid ticket kind of clouded this whole event for me. So I don't know. When it comes to this event, I'm gonna have to say this was poorly executed because the ticket made it go south for me. Now, not to say you couldn't enjoy this event whether you bought the ticket or not, but if you didn't buy the ticket, you're not affected by this. But knowing that I paid $5 for this ticket feels bad. Feels bad. Don't like it one bit. Scipio Blue in the chat says we could hold an emergency trade session. Yeah, we could. That's the spirit. That's what I'm talking about. We should do that.
They need one of those.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on from the negativity and get past it. It just doesn't feel good. We've talked about this for, I don't know, 1 billion years, that there just needs to be better communication from Niantic. Like, if something's wrong, just let us know. You know, don't try to slide in changes to the blog without telling us, because people noticed it immediately. And then once this Niantic support tweet response went out, it went pseudo viral within the Pogo community. They got to respond at that point. That's all it takes. All right. Well, anyway, we have Anywho. So there's another blog post that says, "Get ready for Pokemon Go Wild Area Global," just kind of prepping us for the upcoming event. Toxtricity and Dynamax Toxtricity making their debut. Remember, when they're non-Gigantamax, so when we're talking about the regular and the Dynamax forms, you can get the amped and low-key versions. GMAX, one version, just the GMAX version. Remember, because when they go GMAX, it is a completely unique physical form. So it's not like there's a GMAX version of low-key and a GMAX version of amped. It's just one GMAX. So 3 total variants for Toxtricity. Low-key with amped, and then Dynamax versions of those, and then the GMAX version of regular Toxtricity. So
wait a minute. So there's 3 different ones?
Well, yeah, if you think low-key, amped, and GMAX. So you honestly, you could call it 5. Because you could...
Like when you have like I don't have a GMAX Pokemon, so I'm asking for a friend, aka myself. If I have Charizard GMAX,
yeah,
does it always look like that in the decks?
No, only when you press the GMAX button like a Mega, or you actually GMAX it in battle, in a max battle. Otherwise, it just looks like a regular
So
Pokemon.
what form would Toxtricity go back to if it wasn't its giant
Oh, snap. I get what you're saying. Probably low key.
So they're
Probably low key. That's a good question. Jeez. Anyone in the chat that went to Japan can tell us? That's a good question. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I think it's low key.
Is there two for the fact that it could be, because I don't know, looking at it, looks like it's got blue and yellow in its hair.
It's a little bit of both. Well, Toxel making the debut. They talk about that. Mighty Pokemon. So let's talk about this really quick. This has been really exciting to watch in the footage from Japan. Mighty Pokemon in the wild have kind of a different aura around them at their base. So it's a little bit kind of easy to see. Now here's what's really neat about Mighty Pokemon. So where in the wild right now, you're going to see, all the Pokemon are going to be the same level if you're over level 30. And then if they're weather boosted, they gain 5 levels, right? So Mighty Pokemon can be anywhere between level 40 and 45. And then if they're boosted, they can be level 50 in the wild. So if you catch a Mighty Pokemon in the wild, you're going to have to invest very low amounts of Stardust to power this thing up. And the IV floor is 13, 13, 13. So awesome. So awesome. Now,
that is wild.
I have seen plenty of people struggle in Japan trying to catch these Mighty Pokemon, wasting balls over and over and over. Now, the Safari Ball, the new Go Safari Ball, that is the best key to doing this, right? They even came out with like a $2 ticket to give you some extra balls. They expire every hour. It's a lot heavy resource management, but the Safari Balls are going to be the key to capturing these Mighty Pokemon, and the Mighty Pokemon are the chase of the event, in my opinion, because there's just less investment that's needed overall. So Mighty Pokemon are awesome. It says most likely to have high attack, defense, and HP, so 13 floor. More likely to be XL or double XL. They're more difficult to capture, and encounters will show 3 exclamation points like old school. Remember the first time you would catch a Pokemon? Remember, like OG?
Well, it was 3 question marks.
Oh, it was question marks. It was question marks.
Yeah, I at least one of us played this game back then.
Yep. And then the shiny Pokemon, or they can be shiny, even evolved forms. So the Mighty Pokemon are evolved forms. There is, like, you can get a Mighty Snorlax, no evolution form. But if you see a Gyarados in the wild, it could be shiny because it's Mighty. So you have that nice little
it could be the
additional
red
chase.
Ooh, that would be sick. And now if I caught it and you caught it, would it be 100% for both of us or no? Or is it just completely random?
No, I believe that they're still consistent with each other. So if, like, there's a Hundo Mighty Pokemon, it'll be Hundo for everybody, I believe. But I know that the levels will be the same. We have the Rockstar, call it Snorlax with the leather jacket. Super awesome. Can't wait to get that shiny. I'm going to be on that chase. So now some differences with the in-person and the global. Rockstar, Popstar, Pikachu's coming back. Of course, we have the origin forms that can learn their signature attacks, which the rates on the signature attacks are way low. Super, super low. Some people doing 5, 10 of these raids and not getting any signature moves. So that's a little bit of a bummer. The primals are coming back, so there's going to be I hope you're banking raid passes. Do you still have like a whole crap ton of raid passes? You still sit? Dude, Adam's sitting on a bunch. I don't even think I have that many. I have like 20 or 30, so I'll be ripping through those pretty quick. The Go Safari Ball, I heard, also good for catching Galarian birds.
80.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Yeah, Galarian birds, if you encounter those during wild area and you have some Go Safari Balls, use those. That's kind of neat. The special background is kind of funky. Now here's the bonuses. Lures lasting 2 hours. A chance to catch Pokemon with the special background for against Toxtricity for winning 4, 5, and primal raids. Field research themed from the different habitats for the primal or for wild area. Go snapshot surprise. I think I was seeing Snorlax in Japan showing as the surprise encounter off snapshot, so that's pretty awesome. Here you go, Adam. Daily limit for collecting max particles increased to 1,600. Daily max particle count. So think about it. Now you could do two GMAX battles. Exactly. And no remote raid limit from November 22nd to November 24th, which happens to be perfectly coincided with this new quality of life update that makes it very easy to do remote raids. We'll get there. Event stickers, event avatar items, funky hairstyles, funky clothes, kind of cool. Here's your ticket holder exclusives. You ready? Double catch candy, half hatch distance, double hatch stardust, double hatch XP, double hatch candy, up to 5 raid passes per day by spinning photo discs. So does this mean 4? Does this mean my one free?
Up to, so you might get 1.
It could be 1. You get 1.6 raid passes. I don't know what to think here. Because by the logic of the Into the Wild raid ticket, this means that I get my 1 free one for the day and 4 additional from spinning photo discs. It's never been like that for any other event, so we'll have to play that by ear. 3 additional Candy XL from Pokemon and 4-star, 5-star Megas, Ultra Beast raids, and Primal raids. 6 special trades a day, reduced Stardust cost for trades, 3 Ghost Snapshot surprises, increased max particles from power spots, and ticket holders daily limit for collecting max particles increased to 3,200. Now we're talking. So does this make sense now of why that daily limit is small? Because they can use it as an incentive during events. Does that make it any better for you?
It means the free-to-play is going to be bonkers, and they're going to show up. But it's going to be the hardcore players that are playing, trying to invest, that are going to carry those players that are just showing up because they have all this extra max particles to use.
Also, it's going to be helpful to use those max particles not just for doing additional max battles, but for powering up the moves. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into it, but I think that there's some strategy that'll be at play. I don't know if everyone's just going to use the 3,200 just to do a bunch of battles. I think people are going to be powering up moves as they go as well. Additionally, if trainers complete their special research story, they'll receive a special bonus from the 25th through the 29th, so after the wild area. Timed research granted each day. Focus on electric and poison type Pokemon like Lucky Egg, Stardust, Rare Candy rewards. 2 times damage for electric or poison type attacks when used in raids, gym battles, and max battles. First time they've ever done that. That's kind of cool.
Wow. And
Team Go Rocket Balloons appear more often. Go Wild Area Pose. It's kind of cheesy. I don't know. Not my thing. It's easier. Okay, so here's the raid update, and they kind of just slid it into this blog post. A lot of people missed it. So you can now sort your friends list. Actually, I can even pull it up live on my phone. You could sort. There's a way. I'm just going to jump over to my phone for the people that are on video. Where you can actually say add a raid. I have 0 people raiding right now. But you can say add a raid, and it'll show you who's actually raiding in that moment. And you can join that raid right from your friends list without an invite. And once you're in there, you can invite people. Now, from what I understand, if someone's like the person that you're joining doesn't have to be in the lobby. They could already be battling. And then if you join the raid, it'll put you in a new lobby. So you might not even be in the same lobby as the person you're joining. It's just going to bring you to that raid as if you were on the ground there. So it's pretty interesting. Also, the DJ Pokemon in the chat says, welcome to Niantic's own doxing service. Come on. Yeah, people will be like, yo, I ain't making friends with anybody. I'm not showing people where I raid. But if you
and I like this. I like this, but I understand why. I don't know. It feels like they've already opened the can. They've already opened the can of worms for remote raiding. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's like, okay, we've made it easier for the people that want to remote and don't have access or don't get the invites when they need them. Anyway, I just feel like it doubles down on max battles being the focus. Yes, we have
Interesting.
these,
Okay, I didn't think of that.
but I feel like it's really pushing people towards the max battles, because I can tell you honestly, I have done a significantly less amount of raids
Since max
because I'm
battles.
hyper focused on max battles. Yes.
You know what? I can concur with that. I agree. I've definitely done
Like
less raids.
significantly. Even if I see
Interesting.
a 1-star or like a shadow raid, I'm like, meh.
Well,
Like, I
I'll
don't
be
need
honest
to
with
do
you.
that.
I was rarely hitting my remote raid cap ever. I was maybe
Yes.
doing
Yep.
1-2 remote raids a day, maybe. Now I'm doing 0 to 1. You know what I mean? So it's like very, very light. Just real quick, if you jump over to Pokemon Go Hub, Kitty put together an article kind of breaking down the update to the join the raids. It tells you how it all works. It also explains that once you join the raid, you can invite people on your own list, how you can, change your privacy and turn off the share raid functionality. So there's one of the coolest quality of life updates for me. I think it helps, and I think someone in the chat just said it, that Fisher J says it'll help when trying to raid for a specific Pokemon. So it's just going to be easy to find raids now. This is like a pseudo matchmaking. Yep. Also, like you have to be friends with the person to get visibility into it. But the fact that you can now easily go in is great. And I want to pull up a couple examples that I saw here on Twitter, and then we're gonna take a little break after this. We've been going a little long, but
a little long, just a little.
I'm gonna pull up a tweet from Fleece King, Niantic hater number 1, who says it says, this is such a game.
Ken.
What?
What does it say?
It says, this is such a game changer. Rare Niantic W. Clap, clap. Go to your friends list and join the raids as your friends are currently in. Once you've joined, you can also invite friends, and people can join the raid you've just joined via their friends list too. Amazing update. Okay. Right. This is also coming after he's, says he's getting slapped in the face by Niantic all the time. But now here's an other side of the argument. This is coming from Mr. Avalanche Pogo. Says, this is stupid. The whole narrative Niantic were trying to push to get people to go out and build communities is obviously out the window now, because you could just sit at home and not interact with people, just jump in raids when you feel like it. Make up your mind, Niantic. I knew this was coming. I knew that people were going to say, like, oh, this is just Niantic trying to backpedal on their remote raid nerf. Now they're letting people do remote raids easier. What about going outside?
I think, I'm getting ready for bed. I'm laying in bed. I want to just see if anybody's raiding. I would like to do a raid before I go to bed. Oh, hey, look, Ken's doing a raid. I can join it right now. I'm going to join it. Like that kind of convenience and fun stuff can be had.
I agree.
Being aggressive. Like, yes, you could sit on the toilet, but you're going to be on the toilet a lot longer with a raid, let me tell you.
No, the fact that just now
get in, get out.
You can get some international friends.
And we're sitting.
Dude, think about people international that are doing a raid hour a day ahead of you. You could just monitor your friends list during those different time zones and find people that are raiding, and you have access to tons of raids. This is a positive. Now, does Niantic still want you to go outside and exercise and explore and have real-world social? Of course they do.
Max battles,
elite raids, all the stuff. Everything is about still going outside. This is just adding another layer of convenience. They also Fisher J taking the words out of my mouth, saying it is very convenient they announced this as soon as they wipe the remote raid limit for a wild area, right? You know what I mean? They want people to go out there and remote raid. I'd imagine the whales are going to be whaling, pretty heavy duty here because...
Yeah, but the whales can't whale a GMAX Toxtricity without getting their feet dirty.
This is true. No, this is true. This is true.
Their hands. They have to get their hands dirty.
But
by actually going into the area.
I don't think this in any way damages Niantic's vision, tarnishes their efforts. I think this is just a way to offer accessibility. They're still not making it easy by way of, you still got to pay for remote raid passes, and the price is horrible. So it's like you still have to like pay up if you want to take advantage of this. It's just adds a layer of accessibility, especially for rural trainers, that, if someone's a raider, and they have 400 people on their friends list, and they might send 5 or 10 invites per raid, you still got a 4% chance of being one that gets the invite. You know what I mean? Like it's still hard to get invited. So this just really opens the
even
door.
when I'm inviting you, or just for example, I'm inviting you, and I could be inviting you at like the 30-second mark, whatever it like lets me, because it's like I'll do like the first 5 on my list, I'll like scroll really quick, do another 5, and then when that's at like 75 seconds, and then the next one's at like 35 seconds. But I gotta be real quick to get that sent. But who knows if you'll even see it?
That's what I'm saying.
This way here, people can see that you're in this raid and join it.
It puts the onus on the trainer that is looking for the invites rather than the trainer that needs to send the invite. And I think that's, again, yes, it just reverses the polarity of the strategy. You know what I mean? It puts the strategy in the hands of...
Yeah, because right now I'm getting a lot of invites for the Origin Form Palkia Dialga, but I'm currently not raiding.
Yeah.
So it will be nice when I'm in local raids trying to raid and people just join me, because I can't join you because I'm not... I'm spending any coins I get on max particle containers or whatever
also,
they are.
I gotta say,
that's what I'm buying.
It is pretty cool.
Remote raids.
It's cool being in a raid and then just seeing someone show up. It's just like, oh snap! You know what I mean? Like it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, and not for nothing. As a creator, it's fun because then it's an easier way for fans to interact with us as creators, because if they're on our friends list or even friends of the friends, now it's like other people can join, then they can they can friend you. Like, I just think that there's so much good to this, and I just don't think it takes away from Niantic's core values at all.
If you're looking for the negative, you will definitely find it. If you were looking for the positive, you will definitely find it.
Yeah.
And I see both sides, but I'd rather see the good.
Love it.
And I'm not bootlicking, but like it really just puts an emphasis, like, do more max battles.
Yep.
That's where this game is going to grow. That's where your community is going to grow. Remote raids, they're kind of just, they are what they are.
Yeah.
All
right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about some other quality of life, depending on the way you think about it. Updates with the Black Friday sale. Will you stop with this score bunny, dude? It's blurry. We'll talk about the increase to Pokemon storage. We'll talk about the Pokecoin sale, and I just want to have this conversation about Niantic's vision, and again, how this does, it really is still all about going outside. And we'll talk about the finale that'll wrap up Max Out over the next week or so. So, all right, let's take a break. You going to take a break, get some water or something?
I'm going to walk away to get water because I just drank the last of it. But if you're okay with that, I'm okay with the break.
All right, chat. We'll be back right after this.
Right after this. I got to catch them all.
What's going on, chat? Yeah, will you stop holding that in front of the camera? It's making everything blurry. Jeez Louise.
All right, I'll be right
back. Okay. Yeah, no, I dig this update a lot. I think it's awesome. I think that there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad at all. I just think it's, I don't know. I think that it's a way to allow easier access to remote raids if you want them. No one's forcing you to do remote raids. You don't get free remote raid passes every day. You still have to pay to play. But it just increases the accessibility, and there's never going to be a time where our increased accessibility is a bad thing. Fisher J says, "Rip wallet." You ain't lying. You ain't lying for sure. Faux sure. I am like sweating. These lights are killing me. Whew. All right, we'll wait for Adam to get back. Yeah, they slid this thing in. It was a very stealthy update. I think we've seen in the past they like letting the trainers kind of figure things out. So this is probably just one of those things where it's like, let the trainers kind of figure it all out and enjoy it. But I don't know. I would have been singing this from the mountaintops because I think it's a huge update. Adam's putting on a sweatshirt. I'm sweating bullets. How's the weather look for Red Bank this weekend? Looks pretty good. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's take a look. It's been pretty warm. Warm meaning not freezing. Day. Let's see. It's 51 degrees right now. Saturday, 53 degrees. I'll take it. That's awesome. Jeans and hoodie weather for sure.
See, mine says 46 degrees. Rain showers early with overcast skies later in the day.
Yep.
High winds west-northwest at 10 to 20.
Roax says in Minnesota it's snowing. No, thank you. No, thank you. Jersey's still droughting it up. All right, you ready to get back into this?
Yeah. Sorry. I just wanted to get a... Oh, shoot. Let me just close the door. Oh. One more sip of water. Cold and crisp.
All right. And we are back. From our break. Adam always making that return from break fun to edit. Appreciate you, Adam. Appreciate you always making it hard to edit. Anyway, I want to take a quick moment to thank some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leader patrons: Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Espion Willow, Hulda Counselor, Joseph, Kimberly, Maddie G, Mythical Hitch, and Sushi Slayer. Special thanks to our executive producer, Xander, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread and Kate the Cons. Make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us. Check out all the other shows on the network. Grab some merch, leave some reviews, all that good stuff over at PokemonProfessor.com. All right, real quick, I do want to touch on some live event stuff. This weekend, I will be playing on Saturday for Wild Area in Red Bank at Marine Park. That's where we're going to be meeting up. And on Sunday, I'm going to be hooking up with the Pokemon Go Essex County community. And it's a large group, so they're a little more guarded when it comes to like dealing with the weather. They're hardcore in Red Bank. They'll be like, it could be rain, snow. We'll be out there playing. But up in
I will be playing.
Oh, hold on. I didn't get there yet. Yeah, Garden State Plaza in Paramus, New Jersey, which ironically enough is in Bergen County, but they're putting it on by Pokemon Go Essex County. Now check this out. At Garden State Plaza Mall, Paramus, there's old puritanical blue laws, which means most businesses are closed. So the mall is open to the public, but 90% of the stores in the mall will be closed. So the mall is essentially a ghost town. All that's going to be open is like the bathrooms, the food court, and a couple stores. We cleared it with security, and by we, I mean the Essex County group, cleared it with security. We're going to have 200 people chilling in this mall. We're going to have run of the mall. And it's going to be empty. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And it's a huge, huge mall. So that'll be a lot of fun. So if you're in Jersey, come see me in Red Bank on Saturday, Paramus on Sunday. Let me just pull up Adam's flyer next. Where we got it? Where is it? Where's Adam? Where is Adam?
It's Rochester, New Hampshire.
Hey, there it is. Adam will be playing with the Tri-City Pokemon Go group in Rochester, New Hampshire at Factory Court, giving away a Pokemon Go Plus Plus. So if you are in Rochester area, New Hampshire, come out and meet Adam and play with the group. We're trying to get 20 people. That'd be a huge group.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. I feel like in order to take down a Gigantamax Toxtricity, we're going to need a lot of help. So
here's something interesting, and this was a takeaway from watching like JT Valor's content from Japan. So obviously thousands of trainers in Japan, right? So every GMAX lobby was filling up just with all the randos. They were struggling to defeat Toxtricity because they're not playing with 20 core trainers like you would see at a local event. These were all the randoms, the moms, the pops, the kids, the babies. They were bringing.
That's what I'm afraid
they're
of.
bringing Wooloos and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's. I just think that playing at the local level is going to be a little bit easier to get more concentration of prepared trainers than say in Japan, where there's thousands of trainers all over the place. All right, two quick things before we talk about the finale, and that is that for me this feels absolutely horrible. But there was a tweet that went out the other day saying trainers, the limit on Pokemon and item storage has been expanded by 500. Pokemon storage limit has been increased to 8,800 and item storage to 7,800. This feels bad. I hate spending money on this. This is like the worst thing because what ends up happening is I invest $20 to upgrade each of these bags, and then immediately it fills up, and it's like I'm right back where I started again. This did nothing for me.
Yep.
So
it's hard because I'm trying to figure out, do I need to keep all these Delibirds? Do I need to keep all these Dynamax? Do I need to keep all these extra smalls, extra larges? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Dude, I did some serious purging the other day. It's tough.
I don't even know how to purge anymore. I look at all my stuff and I go, oh, I've got this for PvP. I haven't invested anything to power it up, but like I have the #1 ranked for that Pokemon, and I just don't know what to do with it. I'm like, do I save it? Do I get rid of it?
So I cleaned up 200 costume Pokemon I got rid of. I was holding on in some cases 5-6 versions of the costumes. I don't know why. I just went in manually one by one, just took the time and did a serious purge. I saved about, in total, between getting rid of shinies, getting rid of legendaries, getting rid of the costumes, getting rid of XS, XXL, and XX small. So I freed up another 700 Pokemon of space. So
now for extra large, do you keep 2?
I keep 3. I keep 3.
Okay.
Yep. I'm still keeping 3 of each, which is still crappy. It's still clogging my crap up, giggity. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. One more little thing they're doing here. I'll pull this up on screen. Double your bonus Pokecoins this Black Friday. Everybody loves Black Friday, right? Yay, capitalism. It says, celebrate Black Friday with bountiful deals on Pokecoins. Double your bonus Pokecoins per purchase when you purchase Pokecoin bundles over $19.99 at the web store. So this isn't the overall Pokecoins. This is the bonus Pokecoins that come from buying them through the web store. So if you're spending the $100,
what bonus ones does,
like you get 200 extra or something if you buy the $20, so now you'll get 400 extra. You know what I mean? So
okay, that's fair.
Look, free stuff is good. Free by meaning pay, but it's extra coins. A lot of people had prepped early and had bought coins leading into Wild Area this week, And they're like, had I known, I would have held off. So if you held off, good news. But there are some pretty big event boxes that are going to be on the pricier side. But again, if you want to grind through these events, they might work out for you. A lot of incubator stuff. They throw one max particle pack in each of these bundles, which is kind of funky. But
I like that when they do that, though.
Just one, though.
Very enticing.
But it's just
it's
one.
very enticing because I could need that box, but I don't want it. Oh, hey, there's some max particles. Now all of a sudden I want it.
It's just one.
Because the max particles are like remote raid passes right now. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get through one more bit. Yeah. Right. One more bit of news here, and this is going to be the max finale. So this is now post Wild Area, Wednesday the 27th through Sunday, December 1st. So this is going to be riding out the max out season. Additional 5,000 XP for successful raids, half hatch distance, remote raid pass limit increased to 10. Yo, they're going to be pushing these remote raids because now it's easy to remote raid. But the big deal here, the chase, is Coral Pokemon, Galarian Corsola, and its evolution, Cursola, will make their Pokemon Go debut, also able to hatch shiny Galarian Corsola if you're lucky. During the event, Galarian Corsola will be available to hatch from 7K. So Toxel in 10Ks now. Galarian Corsola in 7Ks during the finale. It's tough for someone like me on a single incubator grind. Wild encounters ready. Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, Squovit, Wooloo, Phalanx. There's your XLs, bro. There's your XLs.
Someone say Scorbunny.
Trainers might even find encounter the following: Hatena. And then in 1-star raids, Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, 3-star Galarian Weezing and Phalanx, 5-star Zacian, Zamazenta,
my raid passes.
Regieleki, Regidrago, which can be shiny, that hurts, and Mega Raids, Mega Altaria coming back, which is cool. Tons of Galarian Pokemon in 7K eggs, field research, a $5 paid research ticket. Dude, are these tickets too much? Not cost-wise, but just the volume of tickets. Does every event need a ticket? I don't know if it does.
I think remember last season or last I don't know, maybe it was last year. We just had like we saw the meme where it was like season of tickets.
Yeah.
Just ticket after ticket after ticket. I feel like it's just part of the game now. They're just trying so hard to get you to buy things.
Look at this trainer's face here. This avatar pose. Oh,
the arms crossed.
The avatars are just still kind of weird to me, man. I don't know. Timed research. But yeah, the finale is going to be pretty cool. I like Cursola.
Does it say anything about what's going to be in max battles?
Nothing different. So it'll still be Scorbunny, still be the same stuff. But here we go.
Okay.
We talked about the $5 paid timed research, right? There's also another event ticket. $10. And look, it says 5 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs. Doesn't say up to. It says 5 additional. So let's hold them to that.
So just screenshot that real quick.
Yeah, right.
Clip that.
5,000 additional XP rewarded for successful raids, 3 additional candy, 1 additional candy XL. There'll be collection challenges, showcases. So, all right, pretty comprehensive event. $15 worth of paid tickets coming right out of a $12 event for the weekend, coming right out of an event that had 2 $5 paid tickets. It's a lot.
That's $10 if you add them together.
That's a lot. I don't know how I feel about that. I
know you have to be thankful for so many tickets.
No,
that's what I'm going to say. I'm thankful for.
Is that? You're at the dinner table. You'd be like, dear Arceus, thank you for allowing me to purchase so many tickets this holiday season. I really appreciate you making my gameplay so amazing. It's just so good to be able to be sucked dry.
If we don't have a ton of Delibird, like tickets that include Delibird, I'll be upset. I'll be buying them if they include Delibird.
DJ Pokemon in the chat says, I'm so here for outraged Adam.
I'm so thankful that I can keep my calm before Thanksgiving.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna throw my vegetarian turkey at the wall.
All right, let's just talk really quick before we wrap up here.
I thought we were talking this whole time.
I know we are.
I need more Score Bunny Candy XL.
You're gonna get it during the finale as long as you pay $84.
I need them now.
Just,
Ken, it's this weekend. I need them now.
I'm sorry,
I
can't
just
help
powered
you.
up Score Bunny or Cinderace, and
But look, so
I'm looking. So what?
You're from the perspective, right, that the remote
I'm from
raid
Rochester.
thing. Yeah, but the remote raid thing, this doesn't take away, right? This doesn't take away from Niantic's vision that they're pseudo promoting remote raids.
It can come off as that. I can see that argument.
But do you think this is why they didn't
I'm
promote
not
this?
discrediting that at all. I think they're not promoting it because they realize that it's not. They probably were going to make it a big deal, but since the decline of raids, because I don't actually know if that's true. I'm just saying this because this is what I have been doing. This is what I feel. I am so jazzed and so excited about max battles because you have to be physically there. They are physical things, and they are bringing the community together, and they're pushing all the correct narratives that, like, all the missions, and core beliefs for Niantic, that remote raids, they've already lost everything there by just saying, okay, this is it. We're allowing them. So why not make it easier on the trainers that might not have people that raid anymore, or any, like,
That's
trainers not all trainers are raiding as much as they used to.
Sure.
So this is a way to get people to interact with each other in a different way.
So a lot of the argument was during the pandemic, they developed so many online-based communities, and then the remote raid nerf destroyed those communities. I don't think that that's true so much anymore with this update, because you can start to reinforce the remote raid communities again through this. However, the real barrier to entry here for me, since the nerf, isn't the number of total raids I could do a day, it's just the price. The remote raid passes are brutally expensive. I don't want to pay that much to do a raid that I could do myself, especially now with this feature, and it making it easier for people to randomly, like, okay, I can invite 5 or 10 people, but then now 400 people have access to join my raid if I'm sharing my raid attendance. Like, I just think that this is a way to increase accessibility without making it so daunting for the person that has no IRL community, because it gives you the option, but Niantic is still saying, hey, you still got to pay.
Friends.
Right.
That, like, oh, hey, I just added everybody while I was at the airport just to try to get a bigger friends list. And now I'm off to, who knows, Hawaii. And I'm doing a raid, and then now they can join me, or I can join them from wherever I am.
Yep. The ability that you can join someone's raid remotely and then invite off your own friends list, huge. Absolutely huge. Someone can remote raid somewhere, you could join their remote raid, invite other people to join the remote raid. This is definitely going to be a nice revenue stream for Niantic, where when the remote raid nerf happened, there was way less chatter about the cost than I would have thought. I would have thought the cost would have been the number one thing people would be bent about, but it wasn't. It was the volume. So here, they're doing all these different events where it's like the remote raid limit's 5, it's 10, it's 20, it's unlimited. So you can't complain about that anymore because they're opening those gates. Now it's even easier.
Especially when it's a time where things are more desirable.
Sure. And it's like, before you know it, we're going to have Go Tour. Before you know it, we're going to have Go Fest. We're going to have all these other international events that are happening. I saw trainer clubs going to Hong Kong. Like, all this stuff is happening. There's plenty of raids to do. But the game is still about being outside. It's still about exercise. It's still about exploration. All that good stuff.
And I will honestly say, since Max Battles, I have walked and explored more than I have since.
That's a success. That's a win.
From a long time.
That's a win for Niantic.
And I'm just walking around. Just, you know, I'm just like I'm making it an effort. Like, it's cold outside, you know, up here in Canada. No, in New Hampshire. But like I leave out of my work and I make an effort to walk, and sometimes it's down this humongous hill and it's a pain in the butt to get back up. But let me tell you, getting down and then being able to like hit that max battle and then start walking back, like, it feels good that I'm playing the game how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree. I'm taking my dog for walks in directions that I don't normally go in because I'm going to the max battles. You know what I mean? Like, this is, it definitely works. And Leo in the chat says, true, people are still doing tons of raids when it's not capped. Now, I agree. Now, I remember a couple weeks ago, I forget what event they lifted the cap, and I was like, yeah, there's going to be some fools out there spending, you know, $40 to do a bunch of remote raids, and then, like, I couldn't raid that week, and it was like I ended up spending $30 on remote raids, and it's like, I'm the sucker, you know, I'm the guy now. It's nice to have it as an option. I don't think it's a sustainable...
like if I'm stuck at work and my only time I have is my half-hour break,
right,
I'm going to raid as much as I can. But that's only if I want and care about those Pokemon. And right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not really after Palkia or Dialga. I really could care less.
Unless you're a baller.
Yeah,
unless you're like throwing money at this game like crazy, I don't think it's a sustainable practice to just be like, yo, I'm going to do all my raiding via remotes. It's just not sustainable. It's too expensive. No. So I like that the direction of the game is still max battles. Get out there, go do your stuff. You're still getting your free raid pass every day. You can still do that. Leo in the chat says, some were doing 200 raids a day. Yo, that's bananas. That's absolutely bananas.
Yeah, I would argue that if there is a doable raid on my way to a max spot, I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
But the only reason I'm doing that raid is because I'm on my way to a max battle.
So the other night,
hilarious.
I had the Into the Wild raids ticket, gave me my daily timed research, and the second page was defeat a raid, and it's like it was getting late, and I'm like, yo, I got to go find a raid, and like I drove around the corner and did a raid. You know what I mean? It's like I'm still doing the raids, but I think I'm with you, man. The max battles have kind of dominated the culture for me, and it's still nice to do raid hours. It's still nice to do raids in the mix when I'm out for community days, but it's just a shift in culture, and I think it was necessary for Niantic to kind of do this to reclaim the focus of this game being on IRL exploration and all that stuff. So I just think the direction everything is going is great.
And then with the wild area, in Japan, and what you were saying where, there's 40 trainers trying to take down this Toxtricity and they're struggling, that just shows that some people's focus is not on the max battles.
Yep.
Which means it's going to take us a lot longer to get to where we need to be.
But then does that motivate people to get to the max battles? Like, oh, we're getting our butt whipped, I guess.
That scares me as somebody that's going to this meetup. I have to rely on other trainers that I don't know, and I hope that they had done a little bit of prep. I mean, I won't say that I have Drilburs maxed out right now, because I don't, because I'm still hunting for a good one. But I have my Cinderace, I have my Metagross, and I do have a Phalanx, and they are all powered up to where I don't have any more Candy XL to feed into them, and they're all at level 2 max moves. So,
dude, level 2 is great.
At the very least, I have something to walk in with. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I have some investment. So I'm not saying I have the strongest Pokemon. I'm just saying I have some sort of build to go into this weekend. And I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has.
Well, you
I'm
might have to
hoping so.
you might have to direct some traffic when you're there and be like, "Yo, everybody needs to focus on powering up right now or something." I don't know. It's again, that's the strategy of communicating on the ground, team building, team development, team structuring. This is all IRL community-based stuff that we never had in this game before that adds a whole nother layer to the community aspect to the game. I absolutely love it. Devil's Debs in the chat saying, my local park doesn't have a gym, but there's always a max battle. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
See,
go.
my work, there's either one in front of my work across the street, or there's one to the right of my work. It's in a weird spot, but it's accessible. It's for like a hotel cottage area. And there were none right there. But there's always one within walking distance. Like there's usually one at the gas station, across the street from the gas station, or across the street from my work. So it's so much fun. It's like, yes, I know that I'm on a gym, but when a level 5 raid pops up and I'm the only person there, it makes it hard to want to go after it.
I think the addition of max battles and this raid quality of life update with the jumping into raids is really an indicator that they are putting focus on rural trainers to help them out. It's all good stuff. Like I said, I love the direction things are moving in, and I'm excited for next season to see where this goes. And you know, like Niantic just announced
it's the season for believing.
Yeah, they're continuing their build of, you know, AI mapping, AR mapping the world, and all this stuff with the spatial technology and stuff. Like, there's so much going on behind the scenes that I'm excited to see how the community plays a role in the future for Niantic. So really, really good stuff. I'm very, very excited. I hope everyone has an incredible wild area this weekend. Please tag us in your catches. Let us know how you did. Let us know how prepped people were in your community for Toxtricity. What your shortest person, not short like me, 5'5", but I mean like how few people can take down a Toxtricity. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Adam, that's a lot of information. Is that a show?
It's a lot.
Did we do it? We did it? I think we did
Cinderace.
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 All right, chat. Thank you so much. Please check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us. You can email us, luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You can text us, 732-835-8639. Adam, if that's a show, I think that's a show.
Well, what I'll say really quickly before we go into Wild Area Global is just there is a medallion in the shop, and you can change your team to Instinct at any time.
It comes with one free jar of paste and a popsicle stick. Thank you very much, Mrs. Lippy.
It comes with a lot of positivity, all right?
All right, everyone.